Hello students, today I am here with assignment solutions of Mathematics Class 8, Chapter 10, Visualizing Solid Shapes. So today's topics are assignment solutions and I will assign you the homework. Students, I hope after the revision lecture you have understood all the concepts of this chapter very well. So I will be discussing the solutions in detail of the assignment which I have given it to you. So the solutions, coming to the solutions. Question number 1. Give 2 examples of solids which are not polyhedrons. First of all, you should know what are polyhedrons. So what do you mean by polyhedrons? A solid made up of polygonal regions is called a polyhedron, or we can say a solid with flat surface or faces are known as polyhedrons. So solids with flat surfaces or flat faces are known as polyhedrons. So we are supposed to tell 2 examples of the solids which are not polyhedrons or they are non-polyhedrons. So the answer of this question is sphere and cylinder. These are the 2 solids which are not polyhedrons. You can include cones also in this. The reason is, what is the reason? They have curved face. As I told you, polyhedrons are the solids with flat faces or flat surfaces. So I need to tell which are not polyhedrons. So spheres, cylinders and cones are the 3 examples which have curved faces. So they are non-polyhedrons or they are not polyhedrons. Coming to the second question, which of the following will not form a polyhedron? Again, the same concept is to be used. So the options are 3 triangles, 2 triangles and parallelogram, 8 triangles, 1 pentagon and 5 triangles. I hope you know this answer because I have discussed this in the lecture also. So the answer is A part, that is 3 triangles. Using 3 triangles it is not possible to form a polyhedron because minimum we need to have 4, we can have 4 triangles and triangular pyramid is the example. So we can have minimum 4 triangles or it can be more than that, but with 3 triangles or using 3 triangles we cannot form a polyhedron. So this is the answer. Reason is 3 triangles will not form a polyhedron because it must have more than 4 faces, as I told you, because in triangular pyramid you must have seen that 4 faces are triangles only, so we need 4 triangles. So it is not possible in 3 triangles which have only 3 faces. So which of the following will not form a polyhedron? A part is 3 triangles, B part is 2 triangles and parallelogram, C part is 8 triangles, D part is 1 pentagon and 5 triangles. So the answer is 3 triangles, and the reason being 3 triangles will not form a polyhedron because to get an enclosed figure we should have 4 triangles, and triangular pyramid is the good example to understand this well because it must have more than 4 faces, and it is not possible in 3 triangles which have 3 faces only. Coming to third question, which of the following 3D shapes does not have a vertex? We need to tell. The options are pyramid, prism, cone and sphere. We need to tell out of these given options or given 3D shapes which one will not have a vertex. Sphere, obviously, sphere will not have a vertex. Reason is the faces meet at the edges, which are the line segments. What are edges? Edges are the line segments, and edges meet at a point called vertex, since a sphere has no vertex and no edges. So sphere is the answer. Which of the following 3D shapes does not have a vertex? Sphere does not have edges and vertices, so it is the answer. Does not have a vertex, so the answer is sphere. I hope this is also very much clear to you. Coming to fourth question, in a solid, if F is equal to V is equal to 5. Now F stands for faces of a solid, V stands for vertices of a solid. Then the number of edges in this shape is, in this question we need to use Euler's formula, and as Euler's formula defines the relationship between faces, vertices and edges, and out of these three unknown, two are given to us and we need to find out the third one. So quite obviously we need to use Euler's formula. Let us see the options now. The options are 6, A is 6, B option is 4, C option is 8 and D option is 2. So answer is 8. First, how the answer will be 8? We will solve it using Euler's formula. We know that this is the criteria for a solid to be a polyhedron. So it will be F plus V minus E is equal to 2. So putting the values of F and V, and E is unknown, so we will let it be E, or you can take any other variable also in place of E. So F is equal to V is equal to 5 as it is given in the question. Then putting the values of faces, vertices and edges. Then 5 plus 5 minus E will be equal to 2. Then it will be 10 minus E is equal to 2, and 10 minus 2, it will be shifted, 2 will be shifted to the left hand side and E will be shifted to the right hand side. And I hope you all know how to solve this equation. So edges, that is E, will be 8. So our answer was 8. So if faces, vertices and edges, any of these out of any of these three quantities, three unknowns, two are given to you and third one you can easily find out using the Euler's formula, because that Euler's formula defines the relationship between as faces, vertices and edges. Coming to next question, number 5. In a blueprint of a room, an architect has shown the height of the room as 33 centimeter. If the actual height of the room is 330 centimeter, then the scale used by her is, options are 1:11, 1:11, B is 1:10, C is 1:100 and D is 1:3. As I told you that in the maps, this is the concept of mapping space around us. In this concept, we need to use the map scale. Likewise, when an architect gives the blueprint of a room, then she or he uses the scale, and the dimensions are given to us, and accordingly we need to find out the scale used by her. Let us see how this question is to be done. So the answer will be 1:10, but how? That is more important to know. So from the question it is given that an architect has shown the height of a room as 33 centimeter. The actual height of the room is 330 centimeter, and to find the scale we need to use this formula. This is the scale, this is the formula of the scale, or to find out the scale used by an architect here in this question, or otherwise also in general manner you can use this formula according to the given scenarios in the question. So scale used by an architect is drawn size over actual size. Whatsoever is the drawn size taken by an architect, we need to take in the numerator, and the actual size is to be written in the denominator. So this is basically the formula to find the scale, drawn size over actual size. So what is the drawn size here? That will be 33. Actual size is 330. Both are in centimeters. So you can solve it. Either you can divide both the numerator and denominator by 33 as I have done here in this case, or you can cancel out on in your own way also. So answer will be 1/10, or that will be 1:10. So here in this question, this was the question of mapping space around us. As I told you that while framing maps we need to use the scales. Likewise, this is an example. This is in this question, an architect has given the blueprint of a room, and accordingly he or she has taken the height of the room as 33 centimeter, but the actual height of the room is 330 centimeter. So we were supposed to find out the scale. So the scale formula used will be drawn size over actual size. Drawn size is 33, actual size is 330, and after solving you will be getting the ratio, that will be 1:10. Coming to next question, question number 6, that is rectangular prism is also called a. You are supposed to tell the other name of rectangular prism. First of all, let us see what do you mean by a prism. I am repeating it, a polyhedron. Though I have told you in the previous lectures and in the revision lecture, I am repeating it once again. A polyhedron whose base and top are congruent polygons and whose lateral faces are rectangles in this rectangular prism. Otherwise, in general, you can write a polyhedron whose base and top are congruent polygons and whose lateral faces are parallelograms in shape is called a prism. So what do you mean by a rectangular prism? A prism whose base and top are congruent rectangles and lateral faces are rectangles is called a rectangular prism. It is also known as a cuboid because all the 6 faces in a cuboid are rectangles, so it will be a cuboid. Simple as this. Coming to next question, a pyramid on an n-sided polygon has dash faces. You are supposed to tell the number of faces if the number of sides of a polygon are n. I told you the general way to find the number of faces, vertices and edges in case of pyramid and in case of pyramid and prism. So if the base sides, number of sides in the base are n, then faces will be n plus 1. This I told you. Again, I will be giving you one more question in the assignment. One more question is there. Then I will be telling you the table once again. So coming to 8th question now. Which of the following cannot be true for a polyhedron? You are supposed to tell out of the following options, 4 options, which one will be not true. So here first part, V is given to you as 4, faces are 4, edges are 6. Likewise, different values of faces, vertices and edges are given to you in this question. Again, in this question, you are supposed to use the concept of Euler's formula, and you are supposed to solve the Euler's formula for every option. When you will solve it, you will find that for D option, it will not be true. I am showing you how it will not be true. So we know that Euler's formula for any polyhedron is F plus V minus E, that is equal to 2. So putting the values of V, F and E given in D option, like faces are 6, vertices are 4 and edges are 6. So then I will be, after putting the values, if I will be solving it, then left hand side will be, that is 6 plus 4 minus 6, it will be 10 minus 6, that will give you 4, but right hand side is 2, so right hand side is not equal to left hand side, so this is not true for a polyhedron, given polyhedron. I think it is clear to you. Coming to question number 9. Question number 9 says, if 4 kilometer on a map is represented by 1 centimeter, so this is the map scale. In 4 kilometer on a map is represented by 1 centimeter. Then 16 kilometer is represented by, if 4 kilometer on a map is represented by 1 centimeter, then 16 kilometer is represented by 4 centimeter. Simple as this. You need to divide 16 by 4 and you will come to know that is equal to 4 centimeter. So I hope this is also clear to you. Coming to the last question, this is a very important question and I have discussed it in the revision lecture also and in the last lecture of this chapter also. So let us see once again this question. Find number of faces, vertices and edges in heptagonal prism. First of all, you should know what are the number of sides in the base of a prism. Heptagonal, in heptagon the number of sides are 7. I hope this all of you know this. I think till hexagon it is very much clear to you. A heptagon, if given shape is heptagonal shape, then it will be having 7 sides, number of sides will be 7. Octagon it will be 8, nonagon it will be 9, and then decagon it will be 10. So here we are supposed to find number of faces, vertices and edges in heptagonal prism. So in a heptagonal prism, as I told you, number of sides of the base will be 7. So this is the figure of the heptagon. So number of faces 7 plus 2, that will be 9. Number of vertices is equal to 7 into 2, that will be 14. Number of edges will be 7 into 3, that is equal to 21. And I told you this relation for a prism. For a pyramid, f is given by s plus 2, where s is the number of sides of the base. Here, as I have taken an example of heptagonal pyramid prism. So here number of sides, first of all you should know s, that is the number of sides in the base. So here it is, as it is a heptagonal prism, so number of sides will be in the base will be 7. So it will be 7 plus 2, that will be 9, and for a pyramid it will be f is equal to s plus 1. Then v is equal to s into 2. So number of vertices will be 7 into 2, that is equal to 14. And for a pyramid it will be v is equal to s plus 1. And if I need to find the number of edges, it will be 7 into 3, that will be 21. And for a prism it will be 7 into 3 here in this case, as s is equal to 7. Or for a pyramid it will be e is equal to s into 2. So for a prism, faces will be s plus 2, where s are the number of sides of the base of a given solid. For a pyramid it will be f is equal to s plus 1. For prism, vertices will be s into 2. For pyramid, vertices will be s plus 1. For prism, vertices will be edges will be s into 3, and for pyramid edges will be s into 2. I hope all the questions are very much clear to you. Coming to the homework part, now children, you are supposed to revise chapter number 10, visualizing solid shapes, from NCERT book, and the assignment number 1 which I have given you for test. So I hope you will be able to do all the assignment questions and all the NCERT questions. And so now prepare for the test. It's time to prepare for the test now. So prepare it well. Thank you so much.